Aston Martin's dismal start to the 2026 F1 campaign has been well documented. It began at the beginning of the season when it commenced its wind tunnel programme 4 months late, all the way to the Barcelona shakedown, of which it only started running on day 4 of 5. So of the teams there, Williams skipped Barcelona. It comfortably logged the fewest miles, which continued into the pre-season test. The signs were ominous, and with it being a battle against Cadillac to avoid a wooden spoon, that is not how they imagined starting off this new era. Pre-season expectations have been positive. So late championship leader George Russell laboured Aston as the squad he thought could challenge the top 4 teams, particularly with Adrian Newey working alongside Honda, but ditching Mercedes PUs for the Japanese manufacturer has been behind its downfall. Excessive engine vibrations led to repeated battery failures, leaving no spare at the Melbourne season opener. So though it was sort of limited just to 25 laps of running, Lawrence Stroll actually exceeded expectations, running over half the race. It may be clutching straws, but that presents some kind of positive on the otherwise dire weekend, which started with just 54 laps across 3 practices, and Stroll not even running in qualifying. It's sometimes like this where teams must put on a brave face, and that's exactly what Aston and Honda did, particularly as it left China round 2 of the season with some kind of progress, given Aston produced a similar outcome to others in the sole practice session, which managed to complete the sprint race, though you had both drivers retire from the Grand Prix. We cannot be satisfied with a double DNF today, said Honda's GM Shinichiro Ohara. However, if we focus on the more favourable areas, we ran more miles in Melbourne, which is encouraging. We also increased our reliability throughout the sprint weekend, but this isn't enough yet to complete full race distance. We have improved the vibrations on the system side, but it's still an issue for driver comfort. This is a key area to address as we look ahead to the next race in Japan. If Aston is to progress, then it's improving the AMR driver feel is critical, as Alonso's experience of Chinese Grand Prix show, beginning to lose all feeling in hands and feet due to vibrations on lap 32 and couldn't go on longer. Mike Carrack said it was a disappointment with Stroll only completed 10 laps due to battery issue. I think it's a new learning. Over the weekend I think we had 19 in the sprint, and obviously in between you have a break. I think you also have to say, as you fight for the win, it's when it's possible to drive. We were not in a very strong position at that point, so it was a decision that was quite easy to make. So that is at least something for Aston to look at in the Japanese Grand Prix in 2 weeks' time, because as long as it can chalk up the miles, you can also pinpoint improvements. You will probably be laughing if I say that we have made progress, because they didn't look like it. But when I look, for example, how many laps we've done on the energy side, is something that I don't think every team will confirm, that you will discover new things by running alone, but you also have to discover things when you run with others. We've seen things yesterday which were in the sprint with cars together on lap 1 and a restart at pit stop, so there's a huge amount of things you can learn. You also find bugs. To be honest, you find issues where you think, why did that happen now? You work through it and then you realise it's kind of setting this part of the regs that's made this happen, and you know it for next time. From that point of view, it's important to run, it's important to accumulate knowledge, and it's not only on the energy. We have different tyre generation that is differently behaving. So all these things, if you're in the garage, you will never find out. Anyway guys, that's it for this video. Thanks very much for watching. Remember to like, share and subscribe. Follow us on our socials, link in the description below for daily F1 news, meme and content. Subscribe to our other channels on screen right now, that'd be greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace out.